Hello, welcome to the solution video for week 44, Workout Wednesday 2020. Can you build a small multiple waterfall chart? So let's recap. Here we have our chart, which is showing for every day in the particular month of 2020, the profit and loss of every day and the running total to get the grand total of our actual profit for each month. So how do we build this? The first thing, we want to filter down to the latest year of data. And then we want to add our quarters to our view. So let's add our quarters in here. So now we have our Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. And if we added our months in, what is going to happen is we're going to get a staggered effect. And essentially what we want to do is we want to give January, February, March a 1, 2 and a 3. And then also then April, May, June, a 1, a 2 and a 3. So we need to create a calculation. I'm going to show you this month split one. So this is the calculation that I built. And basically it's saying, okay, give me the date part, which is the month number, and minus 1. So for January, it's going to be 0. And then February is going to be 1. March is going to be 2. And then we're going to modular 3 that. So it's going to have to fit in a modular of 3. So if I hit OK, and if I add that to my view, you'll see now it goes 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. So if I take away my months and just put them onto detail, you'll see now we're starting to get that small multiple feel. And notice how I didn't use any table calculations in this particular option. Also, on the original, we removed this drill down option. And the way I did that was I created a custom date. So if I create a custom date of the quarters and the date value, obviously that already exists because I have it, and then just make it into discrete, and then I can add that into my view instead, and then it won't have to drill down, and I can format that into whichever way I want. So I'm just going to replace that with my my other field, which is the same formatting at the moment. So now what we need is we need to drill down to date. So I'm going to add in my date field, so my day. So now you can see we have all of our days across here, and we have some missing days. So the first thing I'm going to do is show missing values to get all of my days across my data. Then I'm going to add my profit to my view. So here now we can see all of the profit over our particular timeline, and you can see it changes ever so slightly. So the first thing is the only table calculation is this one, and we're going to do the running total, and I'm going to change it to a Gantt. So now you can see we have our ups and our downs all the way across through our data. And finally, all we need to do is if I add the sum of profit to size, this is going to go a little bit off, but if I double click on my sum of profit and I put a negative sign in front of it and I click enter, it now shows that the waterfall chart as we're going through. To add some colour, we're going to do the sign of profit, which is Anne Jackson's favourite little trick. So I'm just going to go sign, sum of profit, and click OK. I'm going to add that to my colour, which gives me my, it's done it in a continuous format, but I'm just going to change it to discrete. So we have our 3 options. So now my 1 is a positive, my minus 1 is a negative, and my nulls are missing data. So I can make them grey. And then finally, we just need our grand total. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Analysis, Totals, and I'm going to show my row totals, which is not the one I want. It's Analysis, and if I add all subtotals, you'll now see that I have my subtotals for each one of my individual months. And I can untick some of the show headers to get rid of those, and then I also just want the normal profit onto tooltip, and remove this minus tooltip, because otherwise you'll end up getting some incorrect profit values. And finally, the other option here is to have the month label and the total amount of profit, which amounts to the total bar. All I'm going to do is I'm going to do the average of 1. And on this marks card, I'm going to change it to a line. I'm going to take off all of these, apart from month. In fact, I'm going to put month onto label, and then remove those and remove my profit. And I'm going to, I want the line ends, but I just want the start of the line, and I want the alignment to be right aligned. Now, what we need to do is I'm going to take the colour right down off that and the size so we can't see that line. I'm going to dual axes, and then I'm going to unshow the header so we don't need that. So now we have all of our months. I'm just going to hide that indicator. We just need our total profit to go with it. So we need to create a level of detail to ignore the date, essentially, and we just want it at the month level. So if I go to my total profit calculation, we now have an exclude level of detail. You can use a fixed as well, but just remember that we do have something on our filters. So we want to exclude the date part. I just did that by dragging that in. And then we want the sum of profit. So now if I add that also to my tooltip, to my label. Let me take that off again, try again. I now have my total value and my month as well on top of that. So we get to see all that we need, and we have our small multiple table chart. From there, it's just a case of formatting the tooltips and just playing around with it a little bit more. Thank you.